Get a bit nervous.
Don't. It's fine.
It's fine. It's good.
There's
It's
only
all
one or
good.
two controversial questions.
Controversial. Let's leave that.
Hey guys, how
I'm
you
just gonna
doing?
have to deny it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's alright. Don't deny anything.
Happy New
Hey,
Year!
Happy New Year, guys. How you doing? You alright? Welcome to a very cold third edition of the Multistory KerbSide chat, and this time it's Chappers, and Wayne and I have got
I'm not
10
looking forward to
quality
this.
questions
I'm
to
not
ask Chappers.
You said 12 before as well.
Well,
there's,
like
there's a
12.
bunch of questions, but if you
Yeah.
double up with some
Yeah.
answers,
Yeah.
then we'll.
We've backed ourselves up.
Yeah.
You're going to have to try and stop me, I'd say.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna
we'll
do
give you a
is-
time
Yeah.
limit for each question.
Yeah, like 10 seconds probably. Is it best one?
There is a quick fire round.
No, let's not get into that because I'm not that quick.
So we know he's not
Okay.
Chris.
Yeah, slow.
Right.
I am. Depends what
Started
you're talking
already.
about, speed.
Oh dear. Right.
All right.
Okay, we're going to start
Okay.
with a similar sort of question.
Hang on with
Yeah.
it, with it. Sorry.
All right.
Chappers,
Yeah.
who are you?
Who's Andy Chapman?
Who's Andy Chapman? Come on.
Where do you want me to start? Do you want me to start
Well,
right
just-
back? I mean, I'm one of three, so
Yeah.
I've got two older sisters, Nicola and Louise. My dad, James Chapman, Patricia Chapman, my mum. Grew up in a newsagents as a kid.
Is that why you're rocking
working class
the
family.
sort of the paperboy
Yeah,
young
yeah.
Lancashire look?
Peaky Blinders. I actually grew up in that kind of era. No,
Right.
I'm not that old. Yeah, so grew up in a newsagents, working class family. Dad was a plumber, gas engineer, plumber, and worked in the shop, did the papers. My mum worked in the newsagents and brought us up. And then went to primary school in Bury. So I grew up in Bury, and that's where I've kind of stayed. Sorry, I get quite emotional
Oh.
It's alright.
talking about my background.
It's alright.
Yeah, sorry. Yesterday it was my dad's 5th anniversary, so
Oh,
Right. Okay.
yeah, so probably.
Of, if you want to say.
Sorry, yeah, he passed away 5 years ago.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, I love my dad, and taught me everything I know, basically now. Hard working, do everything we can.
You were
So,
hard
yeah, so-
working.
I'd say I was hard working. I put 110% in everything I do.
You do.
Even like half-hour workout when I'm doing the workouts, you know, it's everything or nothing
Yeah.
for me.
It is, yeah.
And that's kind of how I've been brought up. So, yeah, football and art was basically my life. That was it.
Yeah.
So, grew up just wanting to be a footballer and an artist, and thankfully I've able to done one of them, which is animation.
You only got offered a place at Liverpool, didn't you? And you're like, never.
Not Liverpool.
Never.
Come on, not
Never.
Liverpool. No, it was Everton Football Club, which is a proper club in Liverpool. Isn't it? It's the only one in it, I'd say. So,
Wrong
can you
person.
believe it?
Good.
My wife's phoning me.
right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Do you want to know anything else?
Well, I
Is there
mean,
anything else you wanted
that's
to know?
pretty good, like your background, because we've got some other questions that will cover some other
Yeah,
bits and
yeah.
pieces.
All right, okay.
Do you want to go for question number 2?
Okay, so question number 2. It's a good one, this one. I think you might have covered it a little bit. I sort of. Tell us a defining moment in your life.
Defining. It was overdoing it in a tackle that basically
Right.
crunched my knees, and that was it.
And that
As a
changed.
footballing moment,
Yeah.
as in defined which path I was going to take after.
Right.
So,
So your life at that point could have gone one of two ways. It could have.
yeah,
listed
it was.
that
It was
for-
literally. I mean, I was at Everton and then left there. I mean,
Oh, you
it's a long-
genuine were Everton?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were having a little
No,
pop at Liverpool.
no, Dave,
All right,
no.
all right.
I was at actually Everton from the age of like 10 till 13, and then I had to decide whether to stay or leave, because it was a point where you have to make a decision: either you play Sunday league football with your friends, or if you want to continue at a school of excellence, you have to decide that you're not going to play Sunday League. So I wanted to play with my mates, so I decided to stay with the Sunday League and quit Everton, which isn't a bad thing. It's like, and then
could have been Wayne Rooney.
Oh, damn it.
You could be having a hair transplant.
I need one.
You do need one. Got plenty of hairs on my legs you can have.
Yeah, so anyway, this is going to drag on this. Anyway, so I ended up leaving and I ended up going to Preston. And then I was at Preston and that's where I did my knee. So I was there was a possibility. I mean, I don't know, it might not happen, but I was going to sign my school, like go on and sign pro, potentially. And did my knees, did my one knee, did my cruciate, and then I had to decide to go to college. And I was going to continue and go and do trials for other clubs after that, but I decided to just continue with sixth form college and go do arts, and that was it. Yeah, so I stayed in Bury.
Good stuff.
Anything else?
We'll find out.
Question 3. What excites you right now? What do you find exciting? Like, whether it be
right now,
work at home, or
I'd say not knowing
right?
what my kids are going to do.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
What I'm going to do over the next 5 years. It's quite exciting. I've got a really good family, like Rachel and the 2 kids, Claudia and Clayton. I'm quite excited what they're going to achieve or what they're going to do. And I mean, that's why I mentioned it in your question. It's like I'm quite driven to make sure I can support them. So, I mean, we all know what we make doing our job isn't enough, really. It is.
Yeah.
But if you want to,
Yeah.
do something pretty spectacular for your kids, I mean, I won't be able to afford to give Claudia like horse riding lessons and dance lessons and musical lessons and everything like that just on my wage. I mean, I don't know about you.
Well,
I find it pretty tricky.
Yeah,
She wants to do everything. And same with Clayton.
Yeah, you have to prioritise. But I think part of that is with time as well, isn't it? It's hard to make sure that you
definitely.
fit everything in. But yeah, no, it is exciting, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You personally don't have like it sounds like you kind of ad-libbing a bit for the next 5 years for yourself, or you just not quite sure what to expect, but excited about it anyway?
You mean in career-wise?
Yeah, because you kind of said that you're excited about the next 5 years for yourself as well as your kids and stuff. Or...
Yeah, I mean, like I want to achieve something like we've talked about. I'd like to do something like children's TV workshops, books, things like that. I'm working on that, as well as CPW. I don't know where that could go in 5 years.
Cool.
It goes somewhere good.
You know, it might not, but it might. And like we've said in the past, we're learning all the time doing this.
Yeah.
I think
this is pretty nerve-wracking for me. Just like filming
quite
stuff all the time.
You're quite a private person, aren't you? Really, you don't.
Yeah, I'm a introvert but extrovert as well. Can that be?
I think you're
I think because
you're an extrovert around people.
Yeah, that you know.
Yeah.
But when we first talked about social media and stuff, you were like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't really want to get into that, but you guys have persuaded me, and I think it's good that you kind of have to get out of your comfort zone and try these things. And
I think life's too short.
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah,
life's too short, and like
you can't like just be scared about everything, because otherwise you won't do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next round of questions.
Question 4.
So okay, right. This is one we did for Wayne. If you're going to live on a desert island for an indeterminate length of time, you can only take right. So this is almost a quick fire question. So this is a bit of a quick fire one. We'll go for this one. So you can only take one film, one food source, and one other thing. And what are they? So one film. So what's the one film you'd take?
On this desert island, there's a TV with a DVD player. Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll give him a Blu-ray player at least.
I'd say Rocky, but I've seen it that many times. I'd probably.
You could play that over in your head without.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need.
But that's like we said in my chat, like Lord of the Rings is a comfort blanket film for me. Like I always kind of felt like Fellowship of the Ring was like, so I could watch that loads.
I'd probably say Predator.
Oh, yeah.
Predator on a desert island.
Yeah.
Nice.
Will you not be scared of the trees?
Maybe there are no trees on the
I
Oh,
think
that's
it
true, that's true.
it kind of
It's a desert island.
it motivated me every time I just saw Arnie with his top off. He'd be like, I'm just gonna have to do another press up.
Yeah, okay, right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd keep me going. It'd keep me motivated.
So what food would you take with you?
Food source. No, because there's tuna in the sea, isn't there?
Yeah, true.
So I don't
yeah,
need-
you don't.
do you know what I mean?
Well, there's fish.
I don't need-
I don't know where
Yeah.
the island is. What's
Um, food source, apart from tuna.
Avocados then, surely.
That's what it is. It's an avocado tree on the diet.
But you don't know if there's an avocado.
Do you know what I mean? I'm sorted.
Right, okay,
I've got
right,
watermelon.
right.
He doesn't need to take any food.
Can I
with
take
him.
something
He's
else
sorted.
instead now?
Well, you can have one other thing you
A
have to.
fridge with a limited supply of Moretti.
We didn't say fridge, but we'll let you have
Beer.
beer then, right?
beer,
Okay.
yeah.
You could cool it in the sea.
And one other thing, did you say?
And just one.
Oh,
that could be your
it's
fridge.
beer,
That could be the
food.
fridge.
The fridge.
All
The
right.
fridge to keep the
Fishing
beer
rod
cool.
or a spear?
Right. Okay.
I mean, I'm not taking my kids and wife. Taking
No,
it.
no.
No. They're gone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. They're gone.
Not like that. That's what I mean. Like
Was this a plane crash?
Lost.
Lost. That was a nightmare. That series. Anyway, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's got-
I
got-
enjoyed the first season. Anyway, right.
Yeah, let's get off that.
Question 5. Why is
What?
fitness important to you?
It's life, isn't it? It's to stay healthy, and I think, yeah, and also I think with what we've already said, I won't cry about my dad
Uh-huh.
and him suffering with diabetes and strokes and dementia. It kind of puts it into perspective that for me, it's kind of kicked me ass the other way.
Yeah.
So it's like it's made me not scared, but I'm like, I need to do this. Otherwise, I don't want to end up like what my dad went through, or what my mum had to go through, or my sisters, or me. I don't want that to happen with my kids.
So just looking after yourself, both
Yeah,
with fitness and food, and cause you eat pretty clean,
it makes
don't
me
you?
feel better as well.
Yeah.
And also it kind of, hopefully, me doing this will inspire my kids.
Yeah.
And like they'll look up to me and go, in a different way that I looked up to my dad. He was doing all the wrong things, but he was hard working. I'm hoping that they'll look at me and go, he goes to the gym, he does this, he eats healthy, he doesn't have loads of chocolate and biscuits, apart from Sunday eating a chocolate orange when being sick. But yeah, that's basically.
Yeah,
it
you're
for
not a
me.
meathead, are you? Like
No.
you're not. I mean, when I say meathead, you're not like someone who's like in the mirror, kind of like.
No.
Yeah. That's kind of one thing we.
But it's a
like,
byproduct of doing all these things, of keeping fit, of eating
Yeah.
healthy. You do eventually get to a point where you end up, looking good.
Yeah.
I think also, with what I was saying before about football was my life, it was like I needed something to replace that.
Yeah.
So it was like I was playing football out every night, at school, dinner times, break times, you name it. That was part of your life, and then when you've not got that, you can't do that with my knees. It's like I need to replace that with something. I need that kind of, and I think that's why it's quite good when we do it together. It kind of, there's a little bit, not saying it's competitive, but it makes, if you're
it
not
eggs me
pushing
on.
yourself.
Yeah. When you do more
I
thrusters
see you
than
do
me,
more.
it makes me want to carry on.
Well, that's what I mean. There's a little bit of a competitive side in this,
but it's
so
good.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it.
And I think that's good.
Yeah. Fantastic. No, it's good. Good answer.
What does a day in the life? Oh, wait, am I looking at the wrong one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Top
sorry.
one.
What is the most important thing we should know about you?
That I'm honest and genuine,
Okay.
and I'd never lie.
You do speak your mind.
Yeah, and if somebody doesn't like something about me or something I've said, I apologise, or and just get past it. And yeah, I'm just a normal guy, and I just say how it is.
Yeah.
And all my friends and my family and you guys know that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might annoy you saying stuff, but you know what I'm like. I hope that anyway. I've got nothing to cover up.
I don't think either of us would be sat here if you annoyed us.
No.